Hello boys and girls. So the other day I'd done a reaction video to one of my old Aftv fan cams and the response was really good. So I'm going to make this a regular feature. Now of course there are videos out there that we all know about. You think of Liverpool, Bayern Munich, etc. Those sort of games, and those are the ones that are at the forefront of your mind. What I want to do before I get on to reacting to some of those is go through a few hidden gems, find some that maybe you don't actually remember. And I also don't want to pick on all the videos where I'm moaning constantly. So I've been sitting there thinking over the last day or so, what kind of fan cam do I want to see? What season? Do I want to see a happier version of me? Do I want to see where I'm absolutely ripping into the team after yet another abysmal performance? And the first one that comes straight into my head, May the 27th, 2017, nearly 3 years ago. What's significant about this? It was the fan cam after we had just won the FA Cup final against Chelsea. Now, you remember this game when we went into this and absolutely nobody gave us a chance to win this game. Chelsea were already champions. They were going for the double. We hadn't had a great season. We had injuries and suspensions. Laurent Koscielny got sent off in the last game of the season and was missing. We had to start Saka for the first time in God knows how long, alongside Rob Holding, and absolutely nobody gave us a chance. Even myself, I remember going into this, I'm normally quite optimistic about certain games. Your heart and your head always tell you two different stories. But in this, even my heart and my head was saying, we ain't gonna win. I know it's a one-off game, it's a final, anything can happen. But we were playing a great Chelsea side who had just won the league and they'd won it comfortably. And when you look at the injuries, the suspensions and everything else, that's why nobody went into this with that mindset of thinking, yeah, we can win this. So with that said, let's go and get into this fan cam. I haven't watched this in years. First time. It's going to be very interesting to see how happy I was.
Arsenal Fan TV, DT, you got to start wearing that hat more.
Look at that smile on my face.
The other one weren't doing much for the season, so listen, man, wow.
You were really worried before the game. I told you that I had a good feeling today. I thought, I didn't think we'd win it so easily, but I thought that we put in a performance.
Yeah, winning it easily because we dominated that final.
We played Chelsea at the Emirates. I said we bullied them. We did the same again today. We bullied them. From minute 1 to 90, when they got their equaliser, I sat there and I was like, how?
Yeah, I remember when Diego Costa scored and you're just thinking, how on earth are they level?
So the way they responded within 60 seconds, my dad turned around and said to me, reminded him of Alan Sunderland. When Man United pulled it back to 2-2. They're all
one for the older generation.
And it was just down that end as well. Crossover. Oh, mate, as soon as Giroud crossed that, you could see Ramsey running onto it.
Literally just running onto it. Bosh!
It was, like I said, when they got it back to 1-0, I was just fearing the worst because we missed so many chances. And even at 2-1, when Ozil hit the post and I'm thinking, please don't let that come back to haunt us. Don't let them get an equaliser in the 90th minute or whatever. But to a man, they stood up and was counted today. You know, Ospina made an error for the first
goal. My, David Ospina in goal.
Costa, so fair play there. Saka, unbelievable. You know, that guy, you know what?
Before the game, a lot of Chelsea fans mocking us about.
See, that's exactly what I'm saying. Saka was man of the match. Unbelievable.
Some decent ones, all right? There are some good ones that were saying, you know, I respect what you say and everything else, and it's your club, you love it, blah, blah, blah. But there were ones that are just cocky, arrogant, walking past. Why are you even here today? You're going to get...
Listen to my voice. I look like I'd been shouting for the whole 90 minutes.
You could sit there all day and tell me we're in the Europa League or any... I don't fucking care. Because we just won the cup. And this is what it's about, Robbie, winning trophies. Yeah? And I've said all along, this paper's over cracks because we got big cracks. The club need to take a long, hard look at themselves for the way they've handled. Look,
nice
listen,
little
Robbie,
performance.
listen, it's not like that today. Look, it's nothing about that, all right? The club, the board, people like that need to look at how they've handled Wenger's situation because it's been handled atrociously. Yeah, but I've said all along, these players have got it in them. With a few more to it.
They showed it today, didn't they?
Exactly. They've showed it. They've showed it for the last few weeks. And we've sat there and said, well, you know, this team might be on the beach or that team might be on the beach.
Always kind of on the cusp of something and you think that maybe we can change things.
So, and just like I said to Granit Xhaka for me, he's justifying his price tag. He literally sat on Kante and said, nah, sorry.
Yeah, that was a brilliant performance from Granit Xhaka in this game.
And he bossed that midfield. Him and Ramsey have struck up a really good partnership. Really good partnership. Welbeck, what did I say? He would stretch.
Danny Welbeck up front as well.
Fans, you know, I've got to stick this season because of, you know, sometimes arguing and that. With him. The fans today were incredible.
Yeah, the fans were. Special shout out to Red Action as well. I've criticised them a lot this season, but you know they went the extra mile, and you could see the difference between the crowd and the atmosphere before kick-off in our end to their end.
Huge difference.
You know,
huge difference.
Flags, which were supplied by Wembley, a big banner that got lifted up in front, supplied by Wembley. They supplied nothing for their fans. We actually went out of our way and done something.
Yeah, that was one thing that we actually did right.
Because I think they were behind supplying those, you know, supplying these scarves and that. So,
and
I've still got my scarf.
If you look over my interviews for the course of the season, I've praised when it's been needed and I've criticised when it's been needed. You know, this is what, 55th game this season? It's been a long
55 games in the season.
For the likes of yourself and me and everyone else. But this is a nice way to end the season. We've got a trophy. Once again, we've had a better season than Tottenham, and yet we've played shit. So they can sit there and talk about the Champions League or whatever. It's about trophies, and we've won a trophy. You've won fuck all. So you're still in our shadow. Fuck off. Unlucky.
I can't actually remember saying that at the end. Again, it's one of those videos, you look at some of those moments and I'm like, oh no, did I really say that? How cringe. But it's also so nice to go back and look at these kind of videos and reflect and see the smiles, that there were good times, that despite all the problems, and you know, I was even alluding to it in this video and saying that, you know, there are still problems. The way that they've been handling the Arsene Wenger situation was atrocious, and people need to take a long, hard look at themselves. And I still feel that that is, you know, relevant today, because there's a lot of people at the club that still need to take a long, hard look at themselves. But it was one of those moments where you could try and forget about all of that. You could try and pull it to one side, and you could try and focus on what was a great performance and a great day and winning a trophy. And as I said there, it's another season that we win a trophy and Spurs win nothing. So we had a better season. I remember having these arguments at the time. Spurs finished above us. They qualified for the Champions League. But does that mean that they had a better season than us? Of course it doesn't. You go into football to win matches and win trophies. When you're a player and you finished your career, you go back, you look on your career and you look at the trophies you've won. Yeah, you won't look back and go, oh, look at that. In 2017, I qualified for the Champions League. Oh, whoopee-doo, well done. You'll look back in 2017 and say, look at that. I won the FA Cup. Here's my winner's medal. You know, that's what it's all about. So despite us having a bad season in terms of the Premier League, we still won a trophy. So we had a better season than Spurs. It's as simple as that, really. So there we go. That is another reaction video. A little bit different to the first one because I was happy in this video. It's nice to see me smiling, and you could see I was just buzzing. You could see that just aura coming out of me. There was just excitement and happiness, and it's so nice to look back at that and see. Because some of my next reaction videos are no doubt gonna be the complete opposite, and I look like I'm absolutely raging. So yeah, listen, let me know in the comment section what you think. Do you remember that video? Is that the first time you have watched it? And what do you think about the content within it? If you're new around here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you smash a like on this video. And I will see you lot soon when I do another reaction video. I'm out of here.